What's up, guys? We're gonna talk about binding an unresponsive yo-yo. All right, so me and my son, we were trying to figure out. I bought him an unresponsive yo-yo, so we had to figure out. It's not like a regular yo-yo where it just goes down and back up, down and back up.
Not like a boomerang.
Right. So we got this right here, and what happens is it goes down and it never comes back up.
Yeah, it just spins.
So we kept trying to figure out. We went on YouTube on how it's called binding, and it's when the string catches and then the yo-yo comes back up to your hand. So we kept looking on YouTube on how to bind the yo-yo. Well, after what was it, over an hour, right, Johnny?
Yeah, more than an hour, like an hour and a half.
So we kept trying to figure it out. I went on, YouTube and stuff like that. And what they say to do is they say you drop it, you take your finger. This is the easiest way to bind. There's 10,000 ways of doing it, but this is supposed to be the easiest way. You take your finger, you bring it towards yourself. Let me spin it. And then you wrap it. I have to show you. All right, so take your finger, bring it towards yourself. Wrap it underneath, and what they say is with this hand, drop this hand and lift up the other hand at the same time. Well, if you've never done this before, that doesn't work. Okay? It doesn't work because what you don't realize that you have to wait for it to catch with your left hand before you bring it up to the right. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you this is not the proper way of doing it because it's going to mess up, but at least what'll happen is that when you, with your left hand, you'll start feeling it catch, and then use the right one. Don't move the right one until you start realizing how to use your left. So here we go. You bring it down, you go like this. This hand isn't moving, just start dropping it. See how it caught? You do that a whole bunch of times, okay? And you'll start getting better. Go like this, don't move this hand, drop it, okay?
It came off.
I didn't move my right hand. All I did was drop the left. And what that does, it starts the binding process. And then after a little while, what will happen is that you'll start realizing when to start raising your right hand. But first things first is figuring out how to get it to bind. So you keep your right hand still, you drop your left, until it starts binding, and then after a while you'll be able to do that, okay? But in the beginning, right hand stays still, left hand you drop it down, it'll start binding, and then you'll start realizing when to lift up your right hand. Okay, so to start off, and the first time you're going to bind, don't move the right, drop the left, and then you'll start playing around with the yo-yo until you can start actually getting to what we just did. All right? Thank you.